that's enough of that. If we carry on with that, we're going to end up killing the poor animals. Now that they've got a taste for toffee, they won't leave us alone, so we've just had to move on. They were harassing us down the street, so that's terrible. We're actually on our way to Outlander. We're heading to the most westerly point in Scotland. But we're going around the long way. We are heading around to Oban first, and then from Oban we're catching the ferry to Cuillin. We're now in a queue for the ferry from Oban to Mull. Only problem is we didn't book the damn tickets. Now it's winter and we didn't expect it to be this busy, but it just shows you. So now we're in a standby queue, and I just hope we can get onto this ferry. So if we can't get into this ferry, we have to wait till the 6 o'clock one. And if we can't get on the 6 o'clock one, we are snookered. Now, where we were feeding the deer was in Glen Etive. Now, some of you may remember Glen Etive from the James Bond movie. I'm pretty sure it was Spectre, where he's in his farmhouse and he's getting attacked. Now, that was shot in Glen Etive in Scotland. It's a beautiful place. And I've been there several times, but it's getting busier and busier now, as obviously the word's getting out on Instagram and on Twitter. More and more people are heading down this way, and even in winter, it's a single track road and can get very busy. Now, of course, the deer have clocked onto this because they basically ambush you on the road. So you have to stop. And of course, most people stop and give them treats like apples and carrots, potatoes, toffees, whatever. So these deer have become well wise to the passing tourists. So if you want to spot some deer all year round, head down to Glen Etive. You'll get harassed by them, trust me. Made it onto the 4 o'clock ferry. We were very, very lucky. So just a word of caution, if you ever want to go to Mull from Oban, book your ferry tickets in advance, because if you're relying on the last couple of ferries to get onto Mull, I think especially in summer, you're going to get caught out. So book your tickets way in advance. Oban now. It's quite cold, it's windy, and it's going to rain very soon. We should reach Mull in about 45-50 minutes. It's quite a quick crossing, and from there on in we'll head off to our hotel. As my wife just reminded me, this isn't the Zero or the Aurora. We have to make do with the local ferry that's crossing here. Not got quite the same comforts. Arriving at Mull now, so we better head down to the cars because we'll be docking shortly. finally arrived at the Isle of Mull Hotel. We've been here quite a few times now. Double room here at night will set you back about 100 quid. It's got a swimming pool, sauna, jacuzzi. And we'll only be stopping off for one night, and tomorrow morning we'll be heading off from Tobermory, catching the ferry and going to Cuillin. Well, we're just busy having breakfast, Joe. We're watching the deer demolish the garden.